Welcome to the Child Care Genius Podcast, the world's leading authority on child care marketing, mindset, expansion, and profitability. Our host, Brian Duprey, is the world's most sought-after child care coach, having helped tens of thousands of child care owners from around the globe take their business to the next level. Let's welcome to the Child Care Genius Podcast, our host, Brian Duprey.
Hello, welcome to the Friday training podcast series of Child Care Genius Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Duprey. So excited to be here today. And we're doing an 8-part series on the 8 pillars of leverage in your child care business. So this is going to be a series, and you're on a different week every single week. And I'm going to be on, and Carol's going to be with me as well, talking about a different pillar of leverage. Now, what is leverage in your business? Leverage allows you to work a little bit of effort and get a lot of results. Sort of like a pulley, right? A pulley helps, one person be able to lift hundreds of pounds. That's what a pulley does. Well, leverage in your business is like a pulley, and a little bit of effort goes a long way, meaning that your business could run without you. One person could run 100 schools using leverage, but if you don't use leverage, one person could barely run one school. And a lot of you are struggling with that right now. So I hope you pay attention to these 8 weeks. Yes, this is repeated content. This is actually recorded aired previously. But the reason I'm doing that is sort of like people who read the same book twice. You try to get the information twice. Childcare is basics. There are basics to childcare. And childcare ownership is very important, but there's really 8 solid basics, which are the 8 pillars of leverage. If you just keep repeating those 8 things over and over again, you are going to make millions and millions of dollars just working on these 8 pillars. This is why I'm repeating this content, because it is the basics, but you have to master the basics. As Coach Lombardi said, you have to master the beginning. When he would walk into a locker room, and he was a football coach, he would always bring a football in and he'd say, "Gentlemen, this is a football," because he wanted to break training down to the basics. Football is tackling, throwing, and running, right? And it's just basics over and over and over again. People paid millions of dollars to do the basics over and over again and just be a little bit better at everybody else. Well, the same thing here. Our 8 pillars of leverage are our basics. So I don't care if you've heard this message 100 times, watch it again. Listen to these 8-week series, and then join us at the Child Care Genius Leverage Conference, September 28th to October 1st at the Iberostar Bavaro Resort in the Dominican Republic, where we're going to learn a whole bunch. The whole conference is focusing on all these 8 pillars of leverage. We're going to learn them all. We're going to have you really in a good financial position, a good marketing position, full enrollment with great culture, systems, operations. We're going to be covering it all there. We're done at 1 o'clock every day. We've got poolside coaching each and every day. It is an amazing experience. We got a money back guarantee. We got no done. We will help you with everything. Great speakers. Go to childcaregenius.com right now. Get your tickets if you don't have them. And go into the conference tab, hit the leverage conference. We'll see you there. But I'm gonna sign off now, and I want you to listen to this awesome, amazing episode of Carol and I talking about one of the pillars of leverage in your childcare business. Enjoy. But we want to talk about finances this week. The biggest thing about finances is knowing your numbers. Something that we've always been good at.
I remember when we had our home daycare, I would actually keep a notebook, and how many kids we had, how much we were making each week, everything.
We've always been really good at this because we were very tight with money, didn't have much in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And so we had to be good at it. We had to learn, because there's no better person with money than somebody who's barely making payroll, because they really got to watch that money back and forth. Yeah. But you really need to know your numbers. We daily track all our financial accounts, so it's very important. I know to the penny every day what's in all of my accounts. So I watch money move through. I know cash flow inside and out. So we highly recommend you get a handle on that. Take some QuickBooks courses, learn systems, learn your financial system, whatever it is, whether it be QuickBooks or whatever you use. Take a course, learn it, learn what a profit and loss statement is, learn what a balance sheet is, know what a personal financial statement is. The more knowledge you have, the more power you're going to have. And someday you might have to go to a bank and start borrowing money for some of this stuff. So it's important to have that knowledge in there. Set financial goals. Carol and I have been really good about setting financial goals over the years, and we've hit pretty much every goal we've ever set. Now we got some really the more big ambitious financial goals. And the more you climb the mountain, sometimes the farther you can see. And now we use real estate as our vehicle for financial wealth. And Carol's, that's her area of expertise. She's really good at finding me stuff to buy, and then we buy it together. We work as a team. Actually, when we get done recording this podcast, we're going to look at 2 properties. We look at probably 1 or 2 a week, and we buy a lot, and we enjoy doing that. It helps. There's a big tax strategy there. Another thing is making sure you don't pay too much in taxes. So no finances, and also make sure you have a good tax strategy. Have a good CPA, and make sure that you don't do taxes yourself.
Have a CPA that will actually give you ideas instead of somebody who will just do your taxes for you.
I've seen some horrible CPAs out there.
Yes.
Horrible. I've seen the work of horrible CPAs. And I've had some clients who've been sole proprietors for 25 years, and their CPA just keeps doing their taxes and not recommend that they need a corporate structure. Like that's almost criminal what they're doing. But they're doing exactly what they're paid to do their taxes and nothing more. And you need somebody who can give. I pay my CPA for an hour's worth of advice once a year. We spend an hour, or once a month, we spend an hour in just talking about, he teaches me stuff, and we talk about our financials. So we look at all my businesses, and I've got 3 different multi-million-dollar businesses. We spend time in each one of them looking at P&Ls, and we also look at any areas where I'm not quite sure how to allot an expense. And then whatever time I have left, I say, teach me something. And whenever we go over our taxes, I look at every page, and my tax return is about 325 pages long now. It used to fit on like 2 sheets of paper when my 1040 EZ, when we first moved here, like 325 pages thick now between state and federal. And that's like a ream of paper, and we go through every page in there, and I make sure I understand every single page in there. And it takes a couple hours. We go through it because knowledge is power. I want to understand, to make sure that I can catch a mistake he makes and make sure I understand how to maximize and leverage all the different deductions we have. Last advice, pay yourself first on finances. Make sure you're paying yourself first. Profit First is a great book.
Unless you're married, then pay your wife first.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Say, forgive me for saying that. You give me permission to say that, Mama. All right. We're a great team. And you are so pretty today, Carol.
Pretty every day.
I knew you were going to say that because I could have said that. We have so much fun. And this is what it's like every day. How many times do I tell you you're beautiful on a daily basis?
No, I don't count, but at least once a day.
At least once every single day. And how pretty you look today. And I just got mine in for today. So I know I've already told you today. I told you in the shower how good you look naked, didn't I? Did I not? You did. There you go. So everybody's laughing and listening to us right now. But this is a secret to 33 years of happy marriage. We have a lot of fun together. But anyway, pay yourself first, profit first, and then you'll be having a lot of that finances. And I can tell you, Carol, we've been rich and we've been poor. Which is better?
Oh, it's not poor.
Yeah, rich is much better. So and money doesn't buy happiness.
Money doesn't buy happiness, but not having to worry about money sure makes you a lot happier.
Sure makes you a lot happier. Good way to put it, Carol. And if you keep following us at Child Care Genius, we can help you on a road to better finances. At our Child Care Genius conference in Vegas, we're going to talk a lot about finances. We have a whole half-a-day course on financial mastery. So we definitely highly recommend coming to that. So we hope to see you in Las Vegas, April 14th, 15th, and 16th. And then we'll teach some financial mastery there. So next week, we're going to talk about diversification and how to leverage yourself a little bit better and make money. And then we'll talk about that next week as we wrap up the year 2024 with the Child Care Genius podcast. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Child Care Genius podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. Don't forget to visit our website at childcaregenius.com to see a list of services we offer to help grow your childcare business. Until next time, thank you for being a part of the Childcare Genius community.